A CBS News investigation has found hundreds of hospice care companies in California are still operating despite the state finding multiple indicators of fraud. A watchdog report says suspected Medicare hospice fraud totaled almost $200 million in the state in 2023. A CBS News investigation found that 4 years after California vowed to stamp out this fraud, many hospices with red flags remain in business. CBS News correspondent Adam Yamaguchi has been an integral part of reporting on this story and shows us what this means for your tax dollars.
69-year-old Dr. Lynn was, according to Medicare records, dying in hospice care 2 years ago. Something she discovered when she sought physical therapy for a pickleball injury.
I was shocked. They said, "You're in hospice." And I said, "What? What are you talking about? Do I look like I'm in hospice?" She goes, "No."
Ayani's Medicare number had been stolen and used by a company to fraudulently enroll her in hospice care, which she obviously didn't need.
Just to think you're literally without coverage because of some ridiculous fraudulent thing.
My name is Adam Yamaguchi. I'm with CBS News.
A CBS News investigation found an industry ripe for fraud, especially in California. Companies accused of overbilling, real patients denied care, and it's costing hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars. The hospice Ayani was fraudulently enrolled in is called Fortuna. When we called, no one answered.
Cannot accept any messages at this time.
The state of California increased monitoring of the hospice industry 4 years ago, identifying the potential hallmarks of fraud. CBS News analyzed every hospice licensed in LA County, more than 1,700, and checked for the same warning signs the state used, like multiple hospices packed into one building, or caregivers whose patients, supposedly at death's door, are discharged alive.
You can't throw a rock without hitting a hospice.
We brought our findings to Sheila Clark, a hospice patient advocate, showing her the more than 700 agencies with 3 or more signs of potential fraud. Clark took us through an area of Los Angeles that's home to nearly 500 hospice company offices in just a 3-mile stretch.
There's one hospice here that hits all 6 of California's red flags of possible fraud.
Well, there's no hospice there.
Legal office.
Yeah.
With a ton of mail just sitting there.
This provider is still licensed with the state. Clark tells us when offices like these close abruptly, it's real patients in desperate need who pay the price.
How does that make you feel?
Sad. Really sad. Because I talk to them every day. I'm sorry, I'm going to close.
California Attorney General Rob Bonta is responsible for investigating the industry in the state.
I wonder how they can go for a full year and still not have their license revoked. Is that a systemic failure?
We need to be responsive to the red flags and react to them, not just count them, but do something, take action.
Bonta says his office has brought criminal cases for hospice fraud against 109 defendants.
We will continue until hospice fraud in California is rooted out.
And Adam Yamaguchi joins us now from Los Angeles. So, Adam, we shouldn't lose the fact of the matter that there are real people at the center here. What can you tell us about the human impact?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really what drives the heart of this story. There are real victims, real patients in need. Lynn, the woman who we spent time on the pickleball court with, she's considered one of the lucky cases in that she was, seeking physical therapy. This wasn't a life, sort of a life-saving treatment that she was in need of. There are real victims out there who need cancer treatment. They need dialysis. And like Lynn, they find out that they're not eligible for care because somebody has stolen their Medicare number, run up the bills, and when Medicare says that you are in hospice, you are ineligible for any other treatment. So there are real stakes here.
Why has this been so difficult for the state to stop?
One of the primary reasons seems to be the sheer number of hospices that are licensed in the state of California. We saw in the piece that there are over 1,800 in LA County alone. 700 of them. This is 4 years after the state audit issued a scathing report about the rampant nature of this hospice fraud. 700 still operating in LA County with multiple red flags. So the state is, says it is doing what it can. It is currently investigating a number of cases and says that it will likely take some kind of enforcement action in the near future. The federal government is also saying and doing the same. But again, that sheer number, that volume of hospices remains a problem.
Adam Yamaguchi, thank you so much for bringing this to us.